Hi everyone. This week, I want to talk a little bit about vicarious trauma and self-care and, how we manage all of that. This has really come up since actually the occurrence that I'm going to be using for my process recording for this week's assignment, and in conjunction with a conversation with my field supervisor around this interaction. So, it really stems from I have a client whom I work with, and, they're very abused individual, a lot of sexual trauma, was groomed from a very young age by their stepfather, and this person really idolizes this man, and talks a lot about the grooming, all the interactions, the experiences, and really has a lot of justification for why they put this person on a pedestal and how, for them, that's love, and shows a meaningful relationship. And so that's really caused a lot of barriers in actually having healthy, functioning relationships as an adult. And when someone isn't willing to engage in a sexual relationship with them, they sabotage that relationship. So with all that being said, it's heavy, right? It's a lot. It's a lot for anybody to digest. Beyond the no, that's not healthy, really comes the trauma that's placed on us by being exposed to it, by hearing about it, by talking about it. And, through conversation with my field instructor, we really talked a lot about the vicarious trauma and the importance of self-care. And so I feel like where we are so focused on self-care throughout this internship, which I think is vital, I really thought these were good things to kind of to loop in together and to talk about. And it's something that I do plan to bring to those that I supervise in a staff meeting in the very near future. Is just a training around vicarious trauma, how it does impact us. I typically identify myself as a very strong individual. Things typically roll off my shoulders. There are not many things that I can be called, or, have threatened upon me that are really going to rattle me. But really being exposed to people's trauma all of the time gets to be a lot. So, this week for self-care, I'd really been feeling it. Come last week, I was feeling very crispy, and I was feeling like, what am I doing between work, school, being a mom, keeping a household running, and doing it all by myself, day in and day out. These are choices I've made, but also at times they become a lot. And work was tough. Work has been kind of tough the last couple of weeks. We've got a lot of clients that are kind of in a manic cycle right now, which is, contributing their own sorts of things. And so come Friday, Adrian had had enough. And I had picked up a shift Sunday to work direct care where we're really, really, really short staffed, and ended up having yesterday off. So I took a break from all school related things. I sent my kiddo on his merry way to school and had a solid 8 hours to do absolutely whatever I wanted. And that consisted of getting a really good workout in. I think I went like 3 miles on my treadmill, which is not a lot for, some, but for me it's pretty huge, where I've had 2 back surgeries and have been working to recover from that. So I did that, and then I melted into my couch with some snacks and watched trashy TV. for the rest of the day. My kiddo got home and I was like, I'm a new woman. I feel recharged. I feel refreshed. I have not used my brain for much of anything today. And it just felt good. And so I think that those are some things that, I'm going to try to put into practice of just kind of being mindless and taking some pressure off myself. And also being really mindful of how others' trauma impacts me. And so those are just kind of some of the ways that I'm going about all this and, really bringing to the forefront the vicarious trauma and the ways that we carry that. So I'd be interested to hear how some of you guys manage that and kind of deal with the vicarious trauma and how that, wraps into your self-care. Thanks.